What's happening, guys? Jem here and back again for another video, and I hope you guys are having an awesome, blooming awesome weekend. If you're in the UK, you'll know that it is absolutely scorching out there today, so I'm super excited to go outside and just chill out for the rest of the day. But I must say something before this video really does kick off. It is nice to be home. It is nice to be back in the games room. If you've been following my channel, I've been out in the States, put some awesome videos out while you guys well, I guess over the last week really, and we came back I think Tuesday, so everything's been back to normal since then. Been pretty tired, but I just want to say thank you for the love on all of the videos when we've been out in the US. I'll link them all in the cards. There was a trip to Bethesda Game Studios. There was a really nice video about an ultra rare NES and Super NES test station, and then some kind of like chat around E3 stuff for Two Girls One Gaming topics. So thanks guys. Thanks for the support, and now I want to show you some pickups that I got from the Vortex video game retro game hunt. Again, I'll link it in the cards. Really nice store over in Waterville in upstate New York actually, so I'm going to show you them last. But first, I just want to show you these, some Nintendo Power magazines that Jess kindly said I could bring back, bless her. We never had Nintendo Power over here, so I was quite intrigued to bring these back and take a look through them. I think she had a subscription to them back in 2012. Maybe a little bit before that as well. So I'm really looking forward to diving into them, and I think between Retro Gamer magazine and those, I thought it would kind of provide a nice balance, you know, something extra for the games room. So if you did collect Nintendo Power, let me know in the comment section. I did see a lot in Vortex video games, and they go for a pretty penny. They do go for quite a bit. They're like, you know, a lot of people out there really do collect them, so it's quite a surprise. Nice big kind of haul to bring back as well. And also, check this out, the Link to the Past game guide, which I've never ever owned, and again that was something that Jess said that I could bring back, so that is really nice to kind of accompany my Link to the Past. I actually have it on NTSC and PAL, so I'm super stoked. Thanks Jess, thanks ever so much. So that was just a couple of things that I wanted to mention before we actually dive into some of the games. So without further ado guys, let's take a look. So, just another thank you. I'm going to put these PSP games there. Wipeout Mega Collection. A massive thank you to Andy down at Sony that sent me this. He got in touch with me on my Facebook group. You can find it right here. He just said, look, I want to send you this. And I always feel a little bit guilty when people offer to send me things, because I just think, wow, you know, that's really nice. And I was planning on buying this when I got back from the US. But the day after I got back, it arrived in the post. So thank you so much, Andy. You are a legend. I'm yet to play it. I have opened it, but I'm yet to play. I'm super excited. I'm definitely going to be playing this weekend, and if you'd like me to stream it, definitely let me know in the comment section below. And when I posted it out in the Facebook group, you guys went nuts for it because everybody seems to be enjoying it. Who remembers the launch on the PS1 of the original Wipeout? Just diving back into the 32-bit days there. What a time that was. What an absolute mint time. And on the Sega Saturn as well, if you were a Sega Saturn fan back then. But the original Wipeout was awesome. I thought it looked really stellar back then, so it's really nice to have it all, you know, wrapped up in HD now. I've heard it looks stunning. So again, thank you Andy. I'm going to place that right there, and we're going to dive to these PSP games, then some Super Nintendo games. So before I left for the States then, picked up a couple of PSP games because I didn't have them and they were going pretty cheap, so it was kind of a win-win situation really. I'm going to start with this because this is one of my favourite series from the PS1 days, Twisted Metal Head-On. Now this is a really good game outside of the PS1. I always found with this, no matter what vehicle I pick, the agility and just the general kind of controls of each vehicle feel blooming brilliant. Even though each vehicle has different kind of statistics, I just feel like every vehicle is just absolutely solid. I'm sure many of you are familiar with the Twisted Metal series. It's an arena-based vehicular kind of shoot 'em up, if you would. Bit of a mangled description there, but it's a ton of fun, and I absolutely love the soundtrack. The soundtrack is solid, and this is a really good game on the PSP. If you don't have it, definitely pick it up. There's a ton of tracks to, or rather arenas to pick from, and as ever the characters that you choose are as eclectic and as crazy as they ever were on the PS1, so you've got to pick this up guys. I think I paid £1.50 for this from CEX. Not bad at all, and it is complete as well. And I think I paid £1.50 for this, Tekken Dark Resurrection. Tekken 7 is now out. kind of figured we'd get familiar with the series again, because I'm yet to buy Tekken 7, although I have played it last year at EGX. Also going this year. Let me know if you're going to EGX this year, guys. Can't wait for that. I've already taken the time off work. I've booked the Thursday, the Friday off, and I've got a press pass, so I'll be there. I cannot wait. Not played this particular Tekken, but first played it PS2, PS1, Tekken 2, mint game. I think I was like, it kind of really pushed Virtua Fighter out of the limelight for me. Definitely Tekken came along, I was like, wow. Absolutely brilliant. So if you've played this, let me know. I think for me Tekken's been pretty consistent throughout. Tekken 3, another solid game. I really, really like that. Between kind of Tekken 2 and Tekken 3 are probably my favourites. So if you've played Dark Resurrection for £1.50, couldn't pass it up. Let me know what it's like. Super Nintendo goodness now. You've seen 2 of these games on the thumbnail, which we're going to talk about last. But first up, guys, is an unboxed copy of California Games 2. Now let's just put the brakes on here. Let's talk about this, because it's not a very good game at all. It's absolutely terrible, in fact. But I wanted it because I don't see it a lot on PAL. That was my reason for getting this. The first game on the NES, the California Games, the original California Games, is blooming. It's brill. You know, there's different. I think there's 6 events. You have to compete. You know, it's really Footbag. I mean, how cool was Footbag? The Golden Gate Bridge in the background. The half pipe, although very, very difficult on the original game, was really fun when you'd actually started to master it and learn the tricks. Turning it at the right time, you know, doing the little hand plants at the right time. It did become a lot of fun. Very much about kind of rhythm and timing, definitely. This is awful. This is awful. The physics on California Games are absolutely shocking, and I'm smiling because ultimately it is an absolute ton of fun to play. But I think you've got like which one is it? I think there's one where you kind of snowboarding down a hill, and the hill is on a ridiculous incline. It's absolutely terrible. The half pipe one is a little bit like the special stage from Sonic 2. You just kind of go around, and again, the physics are absolutely shocking. The scaling looks really off between the level and the character, but nonetheless, I wanted to pick it up. I really wanted to pick it up. I'm going to do something cool on my Instagram with this maybe later, so check that out if you guys want to check out Instagram. And you've seen these next 2. Oh, I'm so stoked. So stoked to get these in. Final Fantasy 2 and Final Fantasy 3. Now, this is Final Fantasy 6 anywhere outside of North America, and obviously I don't think Final Fantasy 2 was released until, it definitely wasn't released on the Super Nintendo, but I think it may have been released on another console. I'll put it on screen now if I'm right, if my memory serves me correctly. Loving the Final Fantasy series. For me, they're at their strongest on the PS1. So anything from 7, 8 and 9 are typically the ones that we talk about the most when we're thinking about Final Fantasy from a retro gaming perspective. But of late, obviously, we've got 15 out now. You know, Final Fantasy 10 rocks the PS2 days. But I don't own these, and I'm kind of in Vortex video games like this. And again, the video's in the cards, and I think it was this one behind the counter. And I asked about it, and Chris said, we've got 2 over there. And I was just like, oh my god. And my thoughts are going crazy. I'm like, I'm leaving here with these games if it kills me. And I bought them. And they're in really decent condition. The box, well, I say the boxes aren't in the best condition, but they're nowhere near crumpled as hell as you know what you might expect. So I'll show you what's inside, guys. You can see that everything looks really, really nice. Maps included. And I just want to say a massive thank you to Chris and Otto for having me at Vortex that day. They opened early to let me do the game tour for you guys, so that's pretty darn sweet. So if you've played them, if you own them, let me know in the comment section below. And which one do you prefer out of these 2? 2 or 3? Known as 6. I think it's 6 in Japan and 6 anywhere out of North, well yeah, 6 in Europe as well. So super stoked to get these in the Super Nintendo collection. So there we go. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow with a video. Hope you guys again are having a stunning day. Smash your comments below, recommendations on Super Nintendo. I'm definitely going to go out all boxed. As I'm kind of buying boxed games, I'm like selling Super Nintendo games, like they unbox ones, so my goal is really to get more boxed. But I'm going to do a huge Super Nintendo collection video. I mean, it's getting pretty insane now, and then there's some unboxed stuff down there. And last year, Games TM featured my Super Nintendo collection, so that was pretty cool. It's grown tenfold since then. So thank you for watching, guys. Digressed a little bit there. My name is Gemma. Have a beautiful day. Take care. See you soon.